welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Clemson's offense takes the field for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. A very productive run gets it inside the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Hits the afterburners. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started it with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Toss sweep to the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Play action on 1st down. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll toss it to the left. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Underwood. On target. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The quick after the short completion. Let's see if they go back to the air. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Dennis. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The play action fake. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, Tiger! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but I'm not sure Bevo's feeling like this one's in the clear. This has been a nip-and-tuck affair all game. They're up by 4 over Tennessee. We'll keep an eye on things until a final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
And the Mustangs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Setting up the screen. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dennis. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Dennis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He'll do it himself. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Holds and fires complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
At midfield, he's got room. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Morales. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Turning it on. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. And the Tigers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring game.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Across the 45. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and fires complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the jet motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Mustangs! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. The run from the shotgun. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's caught. It's Jones. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss to the left. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. 4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got him downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Morales. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. With the catch, it's Brown. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, SMU. And the comeback is on. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he made the extra point without problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. That's caught. It's Jones. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Underwood. Quick completion on the outroute. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Good timing on the quick out. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Jones. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity, and the returner will be knocked down. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. It's complete to the right. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
With the run on first and goal. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's got the back in the middle. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. They've got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The run to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Offense breaks the huddle, it's 3rd down. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you...